no net worth to show for it. These are people that work, like I said, 25, 30, 35, 40 years. Millions of dollars flow through their hands. Yet at the end, almost nothing is left. Because they weren't using the right vehicles. They just depend on income alone. So the cost of running the engine with no vehicle, the high pay, just passes through your hand. It's not about earning enough money. It's about never attaching the right vehicle to the engine. Even if you have 5 years, 7 years, or 10 years, you still have time to attach the right engine and the right vehicle. Time is your best friend. Take advantage of it. Change your mindset. Elevate your mindset. It will elevate your wealth and thereby elevating your life. So if you added up everything you earned so far, since you've been working, maybe you work for 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years, if you add it all together so far, how much of it is still with you in terms of net worth? And are you comfortable with that number? Ask yourself that question. Are you comfortable with that number? So you need the right vehicles for yourself. It's individual. Everybody needs right vehicle that fits what they're trying to do. Not my vehicle, not the Joneses vehicle, your vehicle. The right vehicles are the ones for your personal situation in the right order. Because you don't want to jump from one vehicle to another. You want to figure out which one works for your individual situation. Because the wrong orders can stall you. If, let's say you want to go buy a rental property, but you don't have emergency fund. That's a risky play. And that's part of things we do. We try to advise people what step in what order. There's no universal portfolio, only yours, only the one that works for you. It is built on your income alone, on your timeline, on your goals, not on anybody else's goals, on your goals, on your timeline. We map it out, we map it out together on a call. Which vehicle, in what order for you? I'll ask you a question. Have you ever picked a financial vehicle because someone else told you about it? And is your money in the right order for the right situation? Because there's a lot of noises out there that people say, oh, there's this stock. I just bought it yesterday. And they have no clue. Nothing about that stock, and they go buy. That's an example of some of the mistakes that we make. So you have to do things in the right order. This is the chart that I use with my clients. I call it the investor identity shift. It starts with who you believe you are. If you think you are not an investor and keep a lot of your money on the sideline, then let's say you're afraid to invest your money in the stock market. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to worry about the right time to invest your money. You don't have the time to time the market. You don't have the power to predict what the market is going to do. And you don't have to pick a perfect stock. The best investors are the most consistent. They keep investing their money on a consistent basis. They use very simple system. They invest regularly, and they allow the compounding to work for them with no panic. We don't panic at all. So I want to shift your mindset from earning to spending, from earning and spending, from earning and spending to acquiring asset and investing in the right vehicle. So I want to shift your mind. I want to elevate your mind from just earning and spending money to acquiring asset and investing in the right vehicles. This is the identity shift that compounds for life. It sticks with you. You become that person that have modified their mindset, shifted from earning and spending to acquiring asset and investing. So will you call yourself an investor today based on what I just showed you? And if not, what belief is keeping you from claiming that identity or that mindset? Ask yourself that question. So once you see yourself as an investor, what do you do first? If you think you're an investor, what do you do first? Ask yourself that question. So some people that I mentor, there's a lot of excuses. This is one of them. I am not smart enough to invest yet. Now, note that word yet. I'm not smart enough to invest yet. You wait until you know enough. But the perfect time, the perfect moment never comes. The perfect time never arrives. So not smart enough yet is procrastination in a respectable disguise, or as a respectable mask. I am not smart enough. I don't have the right time. I'm not an expert. So while you wait, the time leaks away. Every year you wait is compounding opportunities you will never get back. No, you never get it back. You learn by investing. Start small. Be consistent. Be imperfect. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn. You need to start before you feel ready. Just like anything else in life. If you want to do something, whether you want to start a business, you want to go to school, you can't keep saying tomorrow, next week, next month. You got to start. You got to get your feet in the water. What is the until I'm ready? You've been waiting for how many years? That perfect moment kept you on the sideline. So I want you to replace someday with the first step. No more someday, one day, when I'm ready, yet. I want to replace that mindset with the first step you can take now. I will show you how to simply start. It's not that difficult to start at all. Now, building wealth is a learned behavior. It's not a talent. No one is born with money gene. No one. Even Warren Buffett, one of the smartest investors of our time. What they do is they learn a set of habits. And so can you. I know, and I work with some brilliant doctors, engineers, lawyers, founder, still a different skill set from building real wealth. Because if you're a doctor and engineer, you have a skill that you learn by going to school and that you use that education to make money. But a lot of people don't know how to turn that income into building wealth. It's not a flaw. You don't have a flaw. Just a subject nobody taught you. We never taught in college how to invest money, how to build wealth. No. Nobody taught you. It is a normal problem. It's common. It's a common problem that I see everywhere I go, every some of my clients. And this is completely fixable. You can fix this. You've mastered difficult things before in your past. Why can't you point that capacity, that strength at building wealth? It gets better, it gets automatic, and you become more comfortable the more you try, the more you learn, the more you delay gratification, the more you stay focused, the more you set your goals. It becomes easier. So you've already mastered something difficult in your career. I want you to change your mindset. If you can treat wealth building with the same mentality, you will learn a lot. You learn a lot about building wealth. So this is a chart that I want to emphasize on also. You need to stop being afraid that something I call the clarity confidence loop. Most people have it backwards. Clarity creates confidence, not the reverse, not the other way around. Clarity creates confidence. If you have goals, you stay focused, you delay gratification, and you spend a little bit time to understand the lingo, the financial lingo, so you can ask the right question. You start to gain confidence. You are confident in things because you understand them. Building wealth is the same. It's no different. Look at your numbers today and be honest with yourself. Look at your numbers and you know what you are and you know what you're going. Your anxiety will drop. Yeah, fear lives in the fog. It's not fact because numbers doesn't lie. Ask yourself, where am I financially? What's my net worth? Do I have a budget? Am I throwing most of my money away? Spend some time to do that exercise. Develop a budget for 2 months so you can see where all your leaks are going and turn those leaks into buying asset. Deploy that money into creating wealth for yourself. So you're confident in investing compound over time. With one clarifying step, you can start the confidence loop that you're afraid of right now. And confidence is on the other side of the knowledge you will get. Once you start to try, you start to understand, one step at a time, your confidence will start to build. So, question for you: where in your confidence, in your financial life, where in your finances are you waiting to feel confident first? Where? And what's the number one issue you think in your mind right now that you could look at today and start to develop a credit look? Is it because you don't understand how to invest, or you don't have enough time, or you don't an expert, you're afraid? Nobody ever taught you. What is it? Ask yourself that question. Now, it all comes down to one contrast. If you look at this chart, there's an earner mindset versus investor mindset. The earner is on the left side. They work for income. They wait for the right time before they do anything. They save money, put in a checking account or savings account, but they never deploy the income to create any kind of lasting wealth. Now, the earner is not lazy. They are very hardworking people, but they are stuck in the wrong mindset. And they are often paralyzed with confusion because they hear too many noises. They become afraid. They don't know which step to take. They just sit there with their cash sitting in a savings and checking account for a very long time. Now, the investor on the right side, on the other hand, they put their money to work. They act and operate on a system. They take things very intentional and they take calculated risk. They're not gambling. They're taking calculated risk. They refuse to allow their money to sit idle, doing nothing for them. So if you change one identity, the habits will follow. So based on this chart, if you're reading down both columns, honestly, which one sound more like you today? If you're looking at this chart, which one sound more like you today? The earner on the left side or the investor on the right side? And which single earner habit are you ready to trade for the investor version? Which habits on the left side are you willing to change and swap for the one on the right side? You can start to do that today. Now, this is the asset growth system. We've covered the mindset. Now here's the machine, the asset growth system. This is how to build wealth consistently without more time. Consistently is the whole game. Consistency is the whole game. A repeatable system, not luck or mood. It's not luck. If you do things on a consistent basis, you get better, you get used to it, you get familiar with it, and you become better. And your confidence also grow at the same time. So one thing I call automated investing. You set it up one time, you automate it. The asset does the work for you. I give you some, I already spoke about this earlier, I'll say it again. For example, if you have 401k or 403b, or you might want to go open a Roth IRA and set it up automatically for you. Take advantage of these investment programs. Don't let it sit idle for you. Take advantage of it. So a goal that you set, a goal set a destination for you. You set a goal, you stay focused on it, and you continue to practice it. So the system is the vehicle on autopilot. You set it up once. Let's say you have a 401k, for example, you set it up once, and if you get a raise the following year, you can, let's say you get a 6% raise, you can transfer 3 to 4% to your 401k and keep the other 2 to 3% for inflation, for example. Give yourself a little raise. So I'll ask you right now, are you relying on willpower and spare time to build wealth, or do you have an actual system running in the background for you, like the automated system that I talked about, where you go set it up, you pick a percentage of income, you don't have to worry about. Don't have to worry about, unless you want to, raise the bar from whatever you start. Every time you get raised, you pay yourself first. That's what the wealthy people do. They pay themselves first. So this one says, I don't have time for this. Now, this sounds great, but I don't have time. It is true that career and family is part of our lives. It's true that we have to focus on our family. We have to have a job to make money. And that's exactly why you need a system, not an excuse. Why you cannot build wealth when you start coming up with all these excuses. All you need is about 15 minutes a month once you understand what you're doing. It runs without you. And the busiest people are the ones that need a system the most. So I'll ask you this. If your wealth plan only needed a few hours to set up and a few minutes a month after that, why will you say, I don't have no time? Will you say, I don't have no time to dedicate to building wealth? If all you need is a couple of hours to set everything up and you just spend 15, 20, 30 minutes at most every month to look at your numbers to make sure you're moving in the right direction. So if that excuse is taken away from you, well, what other reason will you come up with? So this is the asset growth system that I talked about. These are 4 simple components. None requires more hours or more expertise. The first one is automated investing. Set it up once, it runs forever. No motivation needed. Simple routine, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes at the most. You know, there's no willpower, no alarm, nothing. It just runs by itself. It's very simple routines. The other one is the clear priority. You ignore the noise and all the decision fatigue that might be affecting you because you hear too many people telling you what to buy, what to invest in. That's too many noises. And we have also, the last one is the built-in accountability, the support and a guide so you never stay stuck because you have a structure that will help you. If you have a structure and you discipline and you're willing to follow a proven system, wealth building becomes predictable, even inevitable. Becomes predictable or inevitable that you will get to where you want to get to if you create a SMART goal. SMART means, SMART. S stands for specific goal. M stands for measurable goal. A, achievable goal. R, realistic goal. And T, your goal has to be timed. Got to have it timed. 3, 5, 7, 10, 20 years. If you do that, you're on your way to financial freedom. Now, this is the second chart I want to share with you. It's very similar to the first one, but this is even more eye-opening. This chart is very similar. Like I said, the same $10,000, the same $10,000 that was invested 30 years ago in 1996, and you leave it alone, and you reinvest dividend. But there's a slight difference in this chart versus the first one. In this situation, the person that invested $10,000 and added just $1,000 a month, $1,000 a month, they become disciplined. They make sure they pay themselves first from that original $10,000 in 1996, and you added $1,000 a month. Now, this is what you're going to see. With 10% annual returns, like the previous chart, with the power of compounding and dividend reinvestment, your account will have grown to about $230,000 in 10 years. And then in 20 years, it will be about $814,000. And then in 30 years, it'll be $2.37 million, $2.237 million. Let that sink in. Or should I say, let it resonate for a minute. Look at that chart. You started with $10,000, and then you put $1,000 a month for 30 years. There's no windfall, no lottery, no winning numbers are needed in this chart. Just you. Just consistency and patience. You delay gratification. You're not acting like a Johnsons. You stayed focused and you believed in your goals. This is the result. So the question that I have for you is, can you commit $1,000 a month to your future self to open a similar account? Can you do that? If the answer is no, what can you afford to do for yourself, for your future? This chart is very powerful. This is the kind of chart we should be sharing with our children or our family members to let them see what the power of compounding with dividend reinvestment, with delayed gratification, living below your means. This is the result. So now you understand the system, but knowing the engine isn't the same as driving a car. Now, there's some danger zone if you guess about which vehicle to use and in what order, and you guess wrong. This can have negative impact on your financial journey. So the plan or the blueprint must fit into your income, into your taxes, your timeline individually. So the principle of building wealth are universal, but the plan is personal. Because what we do is we map out your situation one-on-one so it fits your life. So I'll ask you a question. What part of your plan still feels like guesswork? Let me show you how to build that personal plan together without any guess, with a blueprint, with a proven structure. Now, no one becomes real wealthy in a vacuum, or no one builds wealth in a vacuum. Behind anyone that you admire financially, there's someone that's a structure or a guide that helped them. Most people that didn't inherit money from their parents, that's a structure and that's a guideline, that's a guide that helped them. That's a blueprint. When you do it alone, it becomes someday I'll get there. Somehow I will invest. I will start, but you do nothing. A proven framework plus an accountable guide can change all that for you. Let me repeat that. A proven framework and an accountable guide, like accountability partner, can change that for you. You turn something into a real plan with a start date and a first step this week, not next month, not next year, right away. So, what is your someday? Let me ask you, what is your someday? Someday I will do this, someday I will do that. And what will it take to give this a start? Give us an opportunity to start. So let's talk about the structure that makes that date real. So you need to remember this. Consistency builds wealth. Like I showed you in the chart, the person that put $1,000 for 30 years, that's consistency. But every month that you wait, compound against you. Every month that you wait without doing nothing. Those mixed contribution and their growth are gone for good. Now, income can be replaced, but lost time cannot. So waiting is neutral. It is a price that rises every day. Okay? It's a price that you pay with every delay, every day, every week, every month. You can never get it back. The best time or best moment to start was years ago. And the second best time to start is today. So if I should ask, what has waiting already cost you? If you haven't been doing anything and you've been waiting, what is the cost of you waiting? What is it costing you right now? This is another excuse. But cash isn't safe. Not an excuse, a reality, excuse me. Cash isn't safe. Because we're taught cash in the bank is a better choice. Money in savings, you quietly lose ground every year because inflation erodes your buying power. So standing still is not the same as staying save. Money must grow, at least as fast as cost of living. So put your income to work for yourself. So if I ask you how much of your money is sitting still and losing value right now? So let's look at where to put that money so it grows instead of shrinking. So the real cost of waiting isn't the money loss. It is the wealth you never build. Your portfolio never compound. Freedom and options never reached or achieved because you're on the sideline waiting. It's not like you have bad luck. I will share with you the 7 specific mistakes that destroys high earners' wealth. I wrote a book about that. It's called The 7 Mistakes That Prevent Financial Freedom and How to Overcome Them. That book is in Amazon. You can get it on Amazon or Lulu, or you can go to my website at www.freedomwealthelevation.com. So I'm going to briefly go through these 7 mistakes. Number 1, living beyond your means. Number 1, living beyond your means. Number 2, no clear financial goals. No clear financial goals. Number 3, ignoring financial education. Sometimes we call it financial literacy. Number 4, not investing early and on a consistent basis. Just like the example of the chart that I should just share with you. Number 5, relying on one single source of income. Relying on only one source of income. Number 6, emotional money management, which kind of affect people quite a bit. Some people invest in the stock market. Stock market goes down, they sell because they're very emotional. And number 7, lack of long-term vision. So the value is finding which ones are costing you your financial freedom. And that's part of the one-on-one call. I spend time looking at all those things during my one-on-one call with my clients. So the question I have for you is, which one of these mistakes might quietly be costing you right now? Which one? Which one of those 7 mistakes? Again, I dive deep into that with my clients on the one-on-one call. So I'll ask you right now, this is your turn. I want you to picture 1 year from now. I want you to picture 1 year from today. What is your 12-month outcome? What is your 12-month outcome? Write that down on a piece of paper. Is it freedom? Time to pursue what matters to you? Freedom to pursue whatever matters to you. Is it more control? Make decisions on your time? Not a paycheck, not someone telling you what to do every day? Is it optional work, a career by choice? Not obligation, by choice. So I want you to write that down, and that will be your first step. So second question I'm going to ask you is, what does success look like for you? 12 months from now, what does success mean to you? So now let's turn this session, this webinar, into vision. That is turn it into a concrete plan for you. So we've been talking about all the opportunity to build lasting wealth, all the systems, all the mistakes, all the opportunities. Now I'm going to ask you a direct question. Do I have your permission to show you how to build wealth step by step with support? Do I have your permission? to show you how to build wealth step by step with support. This only works if you want it. No pressure at all. No obligation at all. I will work alongside with you as I've done with others who started where you are. The next step is very simple. There's no risk. Say yes and let's build your plan together. Are you ready to let me show you how to build wealth step by step? If that's a yes, yes, exactly how it works. The first step, this is how we begin. It's a free call, a free one-on-one call. I call it a free one-on-one wealth strategy section. This is not a webinar. It's not a group call. Just you and me and your numbers. Just you and me and your numbers. Where you are today. Where you want to be in the future. Step to close the gap for your individual situation. We create that step for you to close that gap from where you are today to where you want to be tomorrow. There's no cost to you. No obligation at all. You walk away with clarity either way. You have nothing to lose but to gain. Most valuable hour for your financial future. So let's get it booked. I'm going to drop a link in the chat for you to book a one-on-one call from me. I call it discovery call. So what would you want to walk away from? If you have a personal section, knowing where you are today on your wealth building journey, what we want to know? Let's look at how you claim your spot. So what happens in this private section, one-on-one section, just you and me? We will find the gap between your income and your net worth, the real story. Then we will map out where to deploy and which asset in what order. What to deploy in which asset in what order, depending on your individual situation. That is valued for about $300. Today is free. It costs you nothing. So I try to keep this limited because it's a one-on-one call, and I try to keep it limited to a number of people every week. So if you want to close this gap, this is your moment to grab a spot. So the question I have for you is, how big do you think the gap is between your income and your net worth? So I'll show you how to reserve your seat before it fills up. Here's the first number one bonus, and it's one of my favorites. This is I call it the personal asset gap analysis, because most people have never mapped out where their money goes, which is very disturbing sometimes. People don't know. They never map out where their money goes or what that money could be doing working for them. So your personal asset gap analysis will show you where your money leaks, all the fees, idle cash, underperformance if you have stock in the stock market. We create a personalized blueprint, not generic. That's about $150 value. It's included and it's free. I want you to spot your own gaps. What do you think you are? So what I want you to do is do some homework. I want you to think about that on your own. So if you could see a gap in your finances right now, where do you suspect your money is leaking right now? So the second bonus is what I call custom. It's a 3-move wealth roadmap that is customized for you. So the gap analysis shows you where you stand financially, and this shows you what to do about it. So it kind of avoid the overwhelming, people, excuses that people give. It kind of narrows down to the first three moves for your situation in order to move in the right direction. So move number 1, 2, 3, very clear, and it's going to be sequence, step by step what you need to do. That is valid for $200, but you got it for free. So the question for you is, if you had a roadmap in front of you, what would you want your very first move to be? If I put a roadmap in front of you, I want to think about it. What would be your first move if you have a roadmap on closing some of your gaps? So this is everything you get today. Private section with me, $300 in value. Personal asset gap analysis is about $150. It's custom built for you. That shows you your gap analysis. And then the third one is the 3 moves roadmap that you need to take right now. It's valued for about $650. It's all free today. There's no discount. The whole package at no cost. So the only question left, will you say yes? If everything here is free today, what's holding you back from saying yes right now? Let's talk about how you claim it. Again, let me repeat myself. It's free. So what's the catch? There isn't one. It's a zero risk. You lose nothing. It costs you nothing. The session is completely free. You keep the roadmap. Whether or not we work together doesn't matter to me. And I only do a few one-on-one spots every week. Once they filled, they're gone. You will live with a plan either way. The only risk is doing nothing. So if I ask you, if there's truly no cost and no obligation to you, what is the real reason not to claim your spot today? No cost, you lose nothing, no obligation, you pay nothing. Now let's get you started. Yes, exactly how to claim your spot again. So there's a link that is dropped. So I want you to grab that link and book a discovery call with me. The bottom line is, it's time to take action now. Keep guessing. Stop guessing and start building a plan. There's only a few spots, like I said, left. Take one step now, and let's build your financial freedom path together. So I'll say book your session again. Only a few spots remaining. The link is right there in front of you. Grab it. And I want to thank you for spending part of your valuable time with me today. The link is in the chat. Monitor is in the chat right now. And take a moment to grab that link and book a 15, 20, 30 minutes discovery plan with me. So now I'll open it for questions. If you have any question for me, please unmute and ask me any question you may have. If you have any question for me, this is your opportunity to unmute and ask me any question you have. So while you're waiting to ask me any question, I will just go through a few I'll go through a few frequently asked questions during my webinars. So let's take a few minutes to do that. Some of the questions that come up is, do I need a lot of money to start? The answer is no. All you got to do is start with what you have and build from there. Another question that come up often is, how much time do I need? Less time than you think. The goal is to put money to work, not enough, not another job. It should be simple so you can focus your other time in doing other things and set everything up automatically for yourself and put your money to work, not looking for another job. Another question is, well, I've tried before, it didn't work out. Well, my answer to that is it usually tactics without a framework. So if you have any more questions, please you can drop it in the chat or you can unmute and ask me. So what's one question that's holding you back? Like I said, open up, unmute, or drop in the chat. Another question that comes up, oh, I already earn well. Do I need this? That's exactly what this is for. Earning money and building wealth are two different skills. I stay one bad year from trouble. When income stop, so everything else stop. So the discovery call shows you the gap between what you earn versus what you keep or what you will grow. Plus the 3 moves that I'm going to create for you. So this is the end of the presentation. If you have no question, I want to thank you and I want to wish you a wonderful evening. Take care and good night. Okay, Jan, you still there?
Yes,
You napping?
I'm just listening with my eyes closed.
Uh,
I was listening with my eyes closed.
I can imagine. That's what I thought. So you were asking a question about the presentation. I can't remember exactly what you were asking.
Yeah. Um, if you would like to share it, how do you share it
You made the presentation?
yeah, with the full screen one.
Oh, the full
Where,
screen. The
yeah.
the full screen one. I'm using another camera, my phone, and I'm recording that. Also,
Okay.
I'm recording the webinar, so I can send you the full screen later.
Yeah, I think we can talk about it on our next meeting. I would
Okay.
like to check something.
Okay. It's also this presentation. The webinar is also, I believe, it's in the cloud. This one, and then
Yeah.
I would kind of clean up uh because there was some technical stuff. So
Okay.
when I'll try to clean it up a little bit then, but when you get it, I want you to make sure you help me look at it so it's all clean up. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Go to bed.
All right. All
No,
right.
no,
See
no,
ya.
no, no. It's in the morning over there.
Yeah, it's in the morning, but I'm not a morning person really.
Oh, okay.
You
All
know.
right. Go back to sleep then.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks.